Hello there, channel members around the world. This is Kuwait Pilot, your host for tonight's show on this exclusive members-only stream. Of course, it is right now 1800 Zulu, 2100 local time here in Kuwait City, Kuwait, where this live stream is being broadcast to you. And I hope that you will enjoy this stream today. We're going to be flying the Toliss A340-600 based on popular request from you guys, the channel members. So welcome aboard. We are at Dubai International Airport, and today we are going to be flying to Shiraz International Airport in Iran. It should be an interesting flight across the mountainous terrain in Iran. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, the TaiModels Dubai International, which is one of the best renditions of Dubai for flight simulation, only second to Fly Tampa scenery of Dubai. Beautiful scene really by TaiModels. It's done a beautiful job there. We are, of course, in close proximity to runway 30 right today, and we're going to be cruising at a final cruise altitude today of 38,000 feet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You guys have asked for this, so unfortunately, I've had some issues with the Sparky 744. But today we are using the free mod sound pack for the Toliss. I hope you guys enjoy it. And of course, the links to the scenery, to the aircraft, and to the free sound mod is available in the description of the stream, as well as in chat command. It will be, of course, shared with you guys frequently throughout the stream. I want to welcome all of you guys here. We have Brent Norman, welcome aboard. Leaf, hello, my friend, welcome aboard. Long time. I hope everything is good with the family. Niels, hello, my friend, welcome aboard. And we have also Mika, hello. Glad you were able to make it. James, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. And we have also Vio. Welcome, Simon. Welcome, guys. Thank you very much for being here this evening. I do understand it's a Monday night, first day of the week for most of you. Jeremy, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. So I do really appreciate it very much that you've made the time to come and join me this evening, the last day of October. The 31st, 2022. All right, let's hop into, well, actually, before we hop into the cockpit, let's take a look at this beautiful Toliss, and they've made some updates to it, both from the inside and out. What a beautiful looking aircraft. It's huge. The A340-600 is just really a remarkable aircraft. It's a very large aircraft and quite heavy too. But yeah, it should be an exciting flight today to Shiraz. And let's hop into the cockpit and get things started. I do love the SimBrief integration, which we are going to be using fully today in our flight to Shiraz. And the first thing first, we are going to head over to the overhead panel. And we're going to turn on the battery switches. Battery 1, battery 2, and external power. Again, you can hear the nice F-mod sounds. Let me change this so that doesn't distract me too much from what we're doing. So I think they've made some changes. The overhead panel, in my view, still needs a little bit of work. But overall, I think with this free sound mod, it looks perfect. Oh, and Theo just came in with a £20 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. Very generous of you, very kind of you. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. All right, so we are going to turn on the APU battery. Cruise supply is on, ground control is on, and adheres. Again, very nice F-mod sounds, a free sound pack, a link again available in the description. And of course, as it is always the case with Airbus, you turn everything that's white to non-white. Luller Pilot, hello my friend, welcome aboard. Yeah, finally, the Toliss A340. We're going to turn on all these fuel pumps and make sure there are no whites. That's the no white, checklist in Airbus. and everything looks good here. Let's come down here and arm the emergency light, non-smoking, and seatbelt signs are on, and nav lights are on. Perfect. We have everything set here on the overhead panel, and now we can bring up the lights here in the cockpit, the PFD, MFD, lower and upper E-cams, as well as our MUCDUs. All right, perfect. First officer side is done as well. And we're going to bring up the lights as well on this side here. Come on. All right. Lights are set. Everything looks good. And Ryan, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much. Glad that you were able to join us this evening for our flight today to Shiraz. All right, so we're good to start programming the MUCDU. And what we're going to do, folks, is I already have the sim brief plan. So active 2210, secondary database is 2112, which is probably the one we want. So let's see here. Oh, come on, don't do that. All right, switch the databases. No, actually, it did not switch the databases. All right, well, I'm just not going to worry about that. We'll just use the 112. That's okay. All right. Yeah, it just doesn't want to do it. All right. Well, that's all right. Let's just go to the page in it. We're going to say request. All right. Flight plan data link in progress. And now, as you can see, it's going to bring up the entire flight plan. We'll just wait. Now, I'm using different flight numbers, so don't worry about that too much. So, yeah, everything looks good here. We'll go to OISS init, and we're going to say align on reference, confirm the alignment. Then we're going to go to the next page. As you can see, all of the information is set up already for us. So, perf data uplink. We're going to go to the flight plan first, and we're going to select our departure. The departure is through runway 30. Let's just double check here. Runway 30 right today. Right, so 30 right. And it's going to be through the DAM 4 Foxtrot departure out of Dubai. No transitions. We're going to insert that. And then we're going to go to Shiraz, Oscar, India, Sierra, Sierra. And we're going to select our arrival into Shiraz. All right. And the arrival into Shiraz is going to be ILS runway 29 right. And I believe it's the first one here. And it's going to be through the Castle 1 Romeo. Castle 1 Romeo. That's the one there. And let's see if we have a transition. Let me see here. Do we have a transition? Let's see flight summary. And let's go to the operational flight plan. And if I scroll down to, it does not look like there is a transition. There's the Castle and Hafi. Let's see if those are there. They are not there. So we're just going to say no via. And we're going to insert. And we're just going to make sure our flight plan looks legible before we proceed. That's to the top of descent. Console to Hafiz. From Hafiz, decel, center fixed for runway 29er. Was it 29er left or 29er right? Let me just double check that very quickly. Let's see, 29er right is the runway. So let me just go back here, select the arrival. Silas 29er right. Alright, well, we don't have it here. Alright, well, that's alright. We'll just leave it as it is. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to flight plan, just make sure everything looks legible here. Alright, let's leave that there and bring this up. And let's see here. Alright, perfect. Alright, so we can... And let's see here. let's go ahead and cycle through.
In my opinion, there are two outstanding airliners in X-plane, Toliss A321 and A340. Even though the very advanced systems, it just works as intended. I flew the A340 Seattle-Vienna during CTP, no issues.
Well, Lee, first of all, thank you very much for your 100, I guess, Swedish money, right? Sorry, is it Corona? Something like that. I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with the currency in Sweden, but thank you very much for your very generous super chat there, and thank you for sharing your opinion with the community. I appreciate it very much. All right, let's bring this up here and let's go step through. Make sure everything looks good. So far, that's top of descent, top of climb, and that's the arrival into runway 29, or this is the final fix, and that's the runway right there. So we are looking good, perfect. And now what we can go and do is we go to the performance, and what we can do is uplink to takeoff data, and what we can say is request the takeoff data, and then we can insert it once it's there. Swedish krona, I think. Thank you, Mika. Appreciate it. All right, takeoff data is received, so we are there. So we can go back to the takeoff data and we say insert uplink, and we now have automatically all the information set for us here. As you can see, V1, V rotate, V2, transition altitude is 13,000 feet, and we can put the flex temperature if we want, but I don't think we, well, you know what, let's go ahead and put the flex, although I don't think it's needed, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and grab it. If you go to the loading performance, select flaps 1, it has all the information here. So the flex temperature is 65, and so we're just going to input 65 right here. You need to say F65. There you go, and now we're good to go. Right, that's our flight plan, and we can now start the APU. We're going to switch this back to ARC, and we're going to move up here and start the APU. APU master is on, and if we look here, wait for the APU door to open right here, and as you can see now, the APU door is open, so we can start the APU. Excellent. Everything looking as it should. You still have flaps 3 pre-selected now in the McDo. Yeah, that's like, we'll find. We're just going to use whatever the, whatever the calculation is from the McDo. Trishal, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. All right, so everything's good here. We're going to come to the first officer side, and we're going to leave that on performance. All right, perfect. Yeah, I definitely do like this airport. I do like this aircraft. Just look at that. It's just so majestic. And if you look at the aircraft from the back here, just look at those wings. Just absolutely gorgeous. Very, very nice. And the Emirates livery adds to the beauty of the aircraft in my view. All right, let's take a look here. It looks like the APU is now available. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the APU bleed. APU bleed is now on, and we can dismiss the external power. And we are pretty much good to go, folks. We are going to start the beacon lights. And now we can see that the jetways are moving away from the aircraft. How brilliant is that? All right. Let's go ahead and plan our pushback. But first, alignment in 0 minutes. All right. Yeah, that's good. All right. So better pushback and start push.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
All right. We're just going to put the aircraft somewhere right here on taxiway. What was it? I can't say it. Echo 3, it looks like. All right, we're going to set the aircraft right here, and there we go. All right, perfect. I believe with this F65 manually selected and flaps 3 selected, you do not have the correct takeoff speed required. Really? Ah, well, we can always come back and change this 2.9 up. Maybe we'll do flaps, we'll do flaps 1. That works. And up 2.9, up 2.9. There we go. All right. Let's set our altitude to 38,000 feet. I love those F-mod sounds. Really, it just really makes so much of a difference when you fly.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, perfect. Is it? All right, well, we'll do it again. 3. There we go. All right, I'll do whatever you guys want me to do today. This is your stream, guys. So, yeah, I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. So, yeah, you're going to be flying the aircraft with me today. So, anything you'd like, we'll be doing today in this live stream. All right, let's take this up. Come on. All right. So all's good here. 30 set, and let's.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
And we have clearance to start our engines. Engine mode selector to the on position, and we're going to start with engine number 4. Thanks very much, Niels. Appreciate it. Engine number 4 is starting up. And in the meantime, let's very quickly check the altimeter. The wind here at Dubai International is 350 degrees, 7 knot wind, and 29 Celsius, quite warm. QNH is 1014, and no significant change in the next couple of hours. Everything's looking good here. And ladies and gentlemen, look at that beautiful looking aircraft pushing back out of its position. Wow, look at that. Beautiful looking aircraft, the A340, and very good rendition from Toliss. I sure do hope they work on the interior texture still. I think they still need some work. But this is a beautiful rendition of Dubai by TaiModels. Yeah. Just look at those beautiful wings. All right, we have a good start on engine number 4. We're going to start engine number 1. And wait until you hear the sound of the engines, which were recorded from a real A330-300. And used on this A340, but they actually sound very nice, I have to say. Arc Flight, good evening to you, my friend. Welcome. Glad you could make it. All right, here we go. Right, and we have a good start on engine number 4. Excellent. And engine number 2. By the way, we can always change this to the taxi camera.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
All right, let's set the parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand
Actually,
by.
here's what I'll do. I'll leave this on the captain. We'll change this to taxi. There we go. That's better. Perfect. All right, so just quickly, we're going to set the auto brake to rejected takeoff. And we are going to set flaps 3 for departure. Look at that. Very nice indeed. All right, and arm the speed brakes. We have a good start on engine number 3.
Well, see you next time and have a safe flight.
Engine number 3 is coming up. Guys, just look at this. Look at this beauty of an aircraft. Just brilliant. All right. We're just waiting for the last engine to start. And then we're good to go. The sounds are amazing, really, and it's just all free. So all free sounds, but they are actually very well done. All right, engine's coming up. We're going to turn on the runway turn-off lights. And nose light to taxi. And listen to the sounds. There's just beautiful engine sounds. All right, and engine number 3 is now also in good standing. So engine mode selector back to normal. And the APU master can go, APU bleed off, APU master is off. And we are ready to taxi to runway 30 right for departure. Let's go back here to the flight summary. Right, 30 right. Perfect. Parking brake released. And let's go. Leaf, thank you again. Listen to those sounds. Beautiful. All right, here's our turn. Leaf, just... You're going to leave me speechless today, Leaf. Thank you very much again for another super chat for 100. Are you on the latest beta? Yes, I am on the latest beta. And will you touch upon the difference between X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12? I think I've done this, Leaf, in previous streams. But if there is any specific question, I'm more than happy to answer it during the stream. Right, here's 30. We're going to look to the left and to the right. We're clear. All right.
Are you on the latest beta? Will you touch upon differences between XP11 and XP12, e.g. when it comes to graphics, rendering of clouds, weather, sun, moon?
Yeah, so I think I've covered those a lot in previous streams, Leaf. But if you have any questions, any specific questions, yeah, I'm more than happy to, to address those in this stream. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. This looks absolutely fantastic. All right, we're coming up to the runway, so landing lights on, strobe lights, wing lights, and we are ready for takeoff. All right, let's get it lined up properly here. Those beautiful engine sounds.
Toliss are such a good dev team in my opinion. absolutely amazing aircraft they make.
Manflex SRS and runway. A little bit of stuttering there for some reason. Rotate. Those engine sounds, folks, are just amazing. Oh yeah. Speed check, flaps 2. Thrust climb is set. Speed check, flaps 1. Speed check, flaps up. Engaged. And we can come down here, turn off the taxi camera, and we're going to turn on the weather weather prediction system, and terrain on ND. There we go. Set our range. Brilliant. Well, folks, I think I'm still having some issues with the, looks like the upload rate is a bit too high in my Streamlabs OBS, but hopefully that will subside. Toliss is definitely brilliant, without a doubt. Let me just do a couple of checks here, guys, before... yeah, I know it's buffering, so let me just check a little, just make a quick check on my internet connection. Looks like the internet connection is okay, so you guys let me know if you're still experiencing buffering or not. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to disarm the speed brakes, and we are above 10,000 feet, so we can kill the lights, runway turn-off lights, and the wing lights as well. And all is looking good now. Continue our climb to 37,000 feet, 38,000 feet, beg your pardon. Looks like the connection is back to normal now, as I can see. Sorry about that, guys. Excellent, thank you, Duncan, and welcome aboard, my friend. Alright, so our flight into, we've reached 13,000 feet, which is the transition altitude in Dubai, so we're going to set barrel reference to standard, and we're going to fly a little bit over the Persian Gulf before we make it into you know, Iranian airspace. But yeah, here, let's take a look at the beautiful Toliss A340-600. Look at that, that's beautiful. 17,000 for 37,000, and yeah, it is definitely with the new sand pack, with this free mod. It is definitely the Toliss. I've always liked Toliss aircraft, and I love their A321. The A319 and A321 have beautiful interior textures, and I sure do hope they've made a lot of improvements to the interior of this, you know, cockpit. It definitely needs some work still, in my view, especially the overhead panel. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. And yeah, it's an aircraft that, of course, it's a very expensive aircraft, but again, it is a study level aircraft of the Airbus A340. And by account of real world Airbus pilots, this is very, very close to the real thing in terms of the systems, in terms of the you know, performance data. So yeah, well, let's go ahead and release cabin crew and our passengers, let them roam around the cabin. We have about 17,000 feet to go. This Zevo 730, any aircraft will make a great hangar, absolutely. And the good news is that Any Builds is going, by the way, Any Builds is the Q8 Pilot official partners, and they are now going to bring the A300 version 2 free of charge to X-Plane 12. There was an announcement by Any Builds, and a lot of people went really hard on Any Builds, you know, because they remained very silent about porting their, you know, their suite of A300s over to X-Plane, and they were called all kinds of names. And again, you know, some folks in this community just, yeah. So, so yeah, there was a tweet from Twin Murphy, or it's Chewy, sorry, it's Chewy94. There was a tweet, and he said, "Now I'd like to see everyone who badmouthed Any Builds. I would like to see them apologize." Of course, that ain't gonna happen, and I do agree with him that it's not gonna happen. But nonetheless, again, Any Builds is a great company. They're very professional. They're a bunch of very fine gentlemen running the company. Abate is a great guy. Sam, everyone there is just so cordial, so nice. and so professional. And they make great add-ons both for X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know, Drashal, about the A310 and the Beluga. That I'm not aware of. But yeah, they are going to be having the 300 version 2 in X-Plane 12. I do not have a timeline for that, but I have some interesting things for you guys for the channel members today. And you guys will get to know all the PC parts that I have purchased so far for my new PC. And I'm going to begin with... Alright, so this is... Alright. So this one here... Alright. So the first one is the graphic card. So this is the graphic card that... so Duncan, they are bringing their A300, A310 for free in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that is going to be available with the Microsoft 40th anniversary, Microsoft Flight Simulator 40th anniversary. They will actually launch it with the sim. So that is my graphics card, and then I have, this is my processor. Alright, copy that, and let me show you guys. So this is the processor. Alright, and you guys, you are more than welcome to copy this, and if you want to, purchase the same setup, you're more than welcome to just copy that. And then this is going to be my cooler. Alright, let's see there. Alright, so that's going to be the CPU cooler. And then the thermal paste I've shown you guys, and this is going to be the memory. Let me copy that. Alright, and that is going to be my memory. Alright. So that's pretty much the specs so far. Of course, as I purchase the other parts, I will be sure to share them with you guys. Thanks, TFK Linux Gaming, and thanks for being here, my friend. Glad to have you with us. And yeah, so far, I see you're making a mid-tier PC build here. Yeah. Well, Duncan, it's probably going to be the most monstrous PC that I've ever built. With the with the latest graphics card, latest processor, and that's what I wanted to do, because I want to really see how the flight simulators are going to work. What do you think of the performance boost of the 4090 compared to the 3090? I think it's pretty good. And by the way, it's good just for games. It's not good for productivity. So if you were, if you use like graphics like Adobe or some video production on 3D Studio Max or things like that, then you will not see major improvement even with the studio driver. But for gaming, it is absolutely amazing. It's mind-blowing in terms of the performance. And to really harness the power of the 4090, I think you ought to couple it with the 13th generation CPU and with the DDR5 RAM. And I think that is really going to it's going to make a huge difference. I've seen some benchmarks over on the internet, and the results are just amazing. Oh yeah, I'm excited to hear and see much better. Well, yeah. Can you turn the jet sounds down a bit, please? Oh, sure. Sorry about that. And thanks for being here. Lots of help. All right, let me go ahead and turn this down up for you guys. Let's see here. All right. that should be good. Should be all right now. Just let me know if it's still too loud for you. Should be all right now. You're most welcome, sir, and thank you for being here this evening. Yeah. Really appreciate it, guys. Excellent. All right, so we are cruising at 38,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude, and you can already see that the ILS 29 left is already shown on the screen here. So I'm going to go down here, and we can see that TD is in 123 nautical miles. Very short flight, very short hop to... And by the way, this is a real-world route from Dubai to Shiraz. Only it is flown by Fly Dubai, and of course Fly Dubai only flies the 737. All right, so we're going to set things up while this is here. Let's bring it, let's see here. All right, let's go to next phase, and next phase, all right. And we're going to grab the info for, let me just go real quick to SimBrief here, and we're going to grab the information. All right, that's our flight. All right, so the information, the weather at Shiraz, destination at Shahid Dastrib International. All right, Shahid, by the way, in I think it means the same thing in Persian and in Arabic. Shahid means martyr. Dastrib, I don't know what that means, but that's the name of the airport. It's Shiraz Shahid Dastrib International Airport. All right, so the weather at our destination is going to be 1022 for the QNH, 1022 for QNH, and the temperature is, let's see, 17 Celsius, a bit cooler than Kuwait. And the wind is going to be 036, so 030, and 6 knots wind. That's not too bad. Let me just put this here. All right, and the transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Decision height is, let's see, clear. Let me just, I closed that window. All right, so we're going to just use 250 here for the decision height. And everything is cool. We're going to put this back on performance. Performance cruise. All right. So TD is in about 100 nautical miles, and we are looking good, folks. Perfect. What are you thinking about the PSU? How much power will you need? Duncan, I think I'm going to need a lot of power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a 1200 watt power, just to be on the safe side. So yeah, that's probably how much power I'm probably going to get. And the motherboard, I'm still contemplating. It's going to be an ASUS motherboard, but I'm contemplating which one. I still don't know. I am not decided yet on the motherboard. But the ASUS, what do you call it? The ASUS E Wi-Fi E something E. I can't remember. Citrix E something Wi-Fi. I think is a better one. And yet another 100.
I think I heard you say yes on my question in the chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Very much appreciated. When can it be shipped?
Sorry, Leaf, I didn't follow there. If you build one for me, I'll send you another super chat. Well, easier to hear you now. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. If you build one for me, I'll send you another super chat. Yeah, I'm more than happy to help you build your PC without a doubt, Leaf. Nicer crosshair, make decent 1200 watt PSUs. Yes, Duncan. That's probably what I'm aiming at right now. But I'll see. I'm not sure, really, not decided. Let's take a quick look here at the outside. And we are now at 38,000 feet way into Iranian airspace. And this actually looks pretty nice. Yeah. Those engine sounds are just phenomenal. Very pricey, but never cheap out on a PSU. Yeah, I agree with you there. Always get the best. I've always made sure that I buy very high quality, components for the PC builds, and that's because you want your PC to stay for a long time. You want it to, and especially with my, I really abuse them with overclocking over the years. And I've shared with you guys, I think, the thermal paste that I've ordered. Believe if you really want any, it is going to be ATX 3, more than likely TFK Linux Gaming, yeah. But I'm still not decided. I'm definitely going to get the new chipset, the Z790 chipset. I just think it's a much better long-term investment. So we'll see. One that is required. It seems very solid. Yeah. I always say cheap is expensive. That's absolutely true, German. Yeah. Absolutely true. You're absolutely right there. That reminds me of Winston Churchill. In one of his, he was on a trip, not a trip, but he was on a car trip, if you will, and he was heading to, his place of work, and, the driver was speeding, and Winston Churchill told him, please slow down, I don't want to be late. And that is probably the same, the same concept there, the same philosophy. So, yeah. And the good thing is I'm purchasing the parts over a period of time, so it doesn't really, hit my budget that much. It doesn't really affect me that much. Yeah. Here, just look at that, guys. What a beautiful looking aircraft. Toliss A340-600. Alright, looking here at top of descent is in about 74 nautical miles, and we can see TD here. So we're going to just take a note of the final approach. Let's see here. You know what? Maybe we ought to bring, Navigraph charts, because let me just bring Navigraph charts here real quick. Navigraph charts. Right, we're going to select the flight, new flight from SimBrief, and we're going to go all the way here and look at 29. Actually, now it's going to be 29 left. So it's ILS 29 left through Hafiz, I guess, through Hafiz. Yeah. That's not what we wanted to do. Change that. Approach. This one. Alright. Alright, perfect. Let's take a look here. And what I want is, ooh, look at that. 7,400. Alright. Okay, 7,400 it is. Let's go ahead and reset the FCP altitude. 7,400 is now set. And top of descent in exactly 62 nautical miles. Excellent. Dedicated ATX3 spec PSU has direct connections, I believe, so no adapters required. Nice, so we don't need to perform a fire test like when we power up the tube liner. Yeah. Do you think the weather rendition in Core X-Plane 12 is exceeding X-Plane 11 and X-Enviro? Personally, yes. I do think that the weather engine in X-Plane 12 has been revamped, I think, to a point where you can really enjoy weather at all altitudes. And I covered this in a video, Leaf X-Plane 12 weather, and I covered the differences. So there was a cap on the number of layers in X-Plane 11, but that is no longer there, and so you will actually have real-time weather at every single altitude that you fly at in X-Plane 12. And of course we have the volumetric clouds, wind shear, and all that good stuff in X-Plane 12. I covered in some detail, actually. If you just type in X-Plane 12 weather, you should be able to get the result. The result should display my video that I've made. So yeah, I highly recommend that you watch that video, because it's going to give you some insight as to what has changed in terms of the weather, and in terms both in terms of the generation of the weather as well as the representation of meteorological data in the sim. And I think they've done a very good job. B9 does some flashing issues where you have to run off real-time weather ATM. I'm sure it will get sorted out, though. Yeah, for sure. Glass melt. It will definitely get sorted. And yeah, Beta 9, I'm expecting another, let's see, at the pace we're going, I expect another maybe 5 betas, and then I think we're going to see RC1, RC2, RC3, and then they're going to call it a day on the early access. That's my hunch, by the way. They're going to call it a day on early access, and they are going to declare it as the official release, and then they're going to continue to make incremental changes, similar to what they've done with X-Plane 10 and X-Plane 11. I very much doubt that the strategy would be any different in this in this version of X-Plane. 41 nautical miles, we're almost there. Let's take a look at the outside here. And as you can see, the mountainous terrain here over Iran as we head over to Shiraz International Airport. This looks fantastic. Again, the engine sounds are quite nice. And we can see top of descent here now. I think, Leaf, I think the problem with the clouds, I think they, so if you were on the initial release of X-Plane, the clouds were pretty bad. They were kind of shaved off from the top. So when you're flying over, you know, above 30,000 feet, you'll see that all the clouds are shaved off. I think that has been fixed to some extent in the later betas, including this one. Performance has also been kind of sorted out. It still suffers a lot. The performance should be a lot better, especially on more modern machines. That needs sorting without a doubt. The flickering needs sorting. A lot of things still need sorting without a doubt, but it looks like they're making, you know, progress, incremental changes as we go. And yeah, the product is still in early access beta. So, but very promising, very promising. The vegetation, by the way, Leaf has changed tremendously. The graphics, all the default airports are outstanding in X-Plane 12. In my view, they're much better than Microsoft Flight Simulator as default airports. Now, again, I'm not talking about the mesh, of course, or the photoreal textures in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I'm talking specifically on the default airports. The default airports are very, very good in X-Plane 12 without having to add anything or any libraries or anything like that. The new graphic assets have been tremendously improved in this version. That very well may be the case, Leaf, on BatSim. I haven't flown BatSim in X-Plane 12 yet, but that very well may be the case. And it doesn't seem like Laminar is going to open up their SDK, by the way, or their APIs for the weather. That doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Those engines are just beautiful. Alright, we're getting close to top of descent, and let's check here, 15 nautical miles. Yeah, really. I mean, the airports are very well done, Niels. They're excellent. Every airport, every default airport I visited was just done very well. For free default airports, just about all the airports are there, and they look fantastic. I agree, Rishal. In about a year, when lots of plugins are available, X-Plane 12 will be amazing. I think it's still amazing today. It's just in early access, so you know some things don't work as they should. You know, there are crashes every now and then. By the way, it has been since its release, it has been very stable, especially with you know, with the Zibo and other default aircraft. It has been very stable. I do get crashes occasionally when I do replays, but other than that, I haven't really had any issues with X-Plane 12. Absolutely, Trishal. Yeah, absolutely. All right, here's our top of descent, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to begin the descent in about 4 nautical miles towards Shiraz. And by the way, the approach into Shiraz is quite an interesting approach because of the mountainous terrain around the airport. All right, I think that's close enough. Let's go ahead and begin the descent. Open descent? No, we don't want that. We're going to do a nav descent. And now we have begun the descent towards our destination. Now, yesterday I did a test flight with you know, with the Toliss, and on replay it crashed the sim. So hopefully it won't do this today. Hopefully we'll be able to enjoy looking at the replay once we are at Shiraz. Yeah, absolutely, Leaf. You are absolutely right. And by the way, not only the fact that it wasn't only just the first aircraft in X-Plane 12, it is until this day the best aircraft in terms of performance. So considering the complexity of the systems, it actually is the easiest one on performance out of all the airliners. So definitely an aircraft worth looking at. It's just very, very expensive. So I don't think that it's for everyone. But if someone out there is looking to understand the systems of the A340 and have an experience that is very close to what this aircraft behaves like in real life, this is definitely for you. TFK's Linux Gaming.
Thanks again for the great content.
Well, thank you very much, sir, for coming in with 10 euros. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. I appreciate it very much, sir. Pretty relaxed stream today with you guys. And yeah, I plan on making more content for members only in the future. Probably every week or every other week, depending on my schedule. But yeah, I do definitely plan on having more of those for you guys. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, Trishal. We've had a little bit of a hiccup at the beginning with the buffering there, but everything is okay now. Maybe member-only group flight if possible. That is absolutely possible. And yeah, thanks for making suggestion. I think I will do that as well. Yeah, maybe the next one, instead of doing a stream, we'll do a group flight, and it will be a member-only group flight. That's a great idea. I will do all the flight planning with little nav map, and I will choose some interesting points of interest so that we can fly together and do a few takeoffs and landings, you know, and then, you know, make it to our final destination. We'll plan something nice. Again, I'll communicate with you guys through the community tab and ask you guys for what you'd like to do next and where would you like to do it. So yeah, stay tuned for that, folks. We continue our descent now, folks. We are approximately 10,000 feet down from our cruise altitude, 28,000. And we continue to descend. As you can see, we are approaching a very mountainous area. So that's going to be probably a challenging approach into Shiraz. Well, it looks like it's kind of straightforward here. Depending on how much mountains are around us there. But we'll just wait and see. Yeah. Alright, let's bring this up here. Go to the flight plan. And let's see, 1945. This is Hafiz. And yeah, I think we need to expedite our descent. I'll give it just a little more time. Alright, here's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to take this down to 250 knots, and I'm going to extend the speed brakes. And that should help us with our altitude, because I think we're just slightly too high. Just going to reduce our speed. Alright. Alright, let's see here. 310, 250. Yeah, we need to expedite our descent, I believe. So, let's see here. It's 2300. Look here. Extend the speed brakes. All right. Q8, you are the most important contributor to the flight simulation information over the years. All of us here obviously think supporting you is worthwhile. Oh, thank you very much for your kind words. I appreciate it very much. That's very, very kind.
You the chat afterward. You really deserve all the credits for you there. You rock.
Oh, Leaf, thank you very much. Guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate your kind words. You are just way, way too kind. And I really appreciate it very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys just leave me speechless. I don't know what to say. Thank you very much. Very, very kind of you guys. You are just way too kind. All right, let's take a look here. All right, we can go switch to manage speed again, which is 250 knots, so we'll leave it there. And we continue our descent, which is, by the way, 40. Yeah, I think we should be fine. So we'll just leave it there. Let's take a look at the outside real quick. And this is the terrain over in Iran. Actually, it looks pretty good. Doesn't look bad. I mean, you know, for a default mesh, I think it looks okay. If you look here, this is Hafiz. From Hafiz, we are going to decelerate for the center fix for runway 29er left, and then it's the final fix, as you can see here. 87, yeah. All right. Perfect. Still doing okay. I think it took us back to 300 something. You know what? I'm going to change this back to 1000. Very unfamiliar with this area, so we don't want to hit the mountains there. Listen to those engine sounds again. Really, really nice sounds. Alright, I'm going to keep it at 12,000. It's saying 180 at Hafiz. Well, we'll begin the descent again. What does it say here? Speed brake. On both sides. Classic, I had to extend my downwind twice due to wake from a citation when I was doing a touch and go with the DA-20. Yeah, that's pretty close there to those mountains. There, as you can see here, we're still okay. I'm going to reset the MCP altitude down to 7,400. Right, 7,400 is set. Wow, this looks scary. Look at that. We are about 26 nautical miles from Hafiz. Now, from Hafiz, if you look here, when we begin the descent, there's actually very little. So we need to actually begin the descent now. I'm just worried about the mountains right over there. Let's go to there we go. I'm just not very comfortable with descending. What do you guys think? Which is your favorite today, MSFS or X-Plane 12? I enjoyed them both, Leaf, for different reasons. I think they're both great, to be honest. But I get more satisfaction from flying in X-Plane for some reason. This looks pretty scary there. See the needle coming down, but I can also see the mountains ahead of us. So I'm kind of getting a little bit worried there. And the speed isn't producing either. That's the decel point. Yeah, let's keep it at 10,000 for now. And if we go to the altimeter, 10, let's see, Shiraz is 1022. We can see the speed reducing now. And I think the airport is right there. So I think we are okay. Right, we're reducing our speed, and we are going to set the brakes to number 3. Listen to those engine sounds, beautiful. Right, let's go to 7,400. All right, nav descent. Everything is in managed mode now. By the way, the reason why we're getting the QNH flashing is because of the transition altitude. Oh no. Yeah, that's let's just leave it there. Look at that. We're actually pretty close to the mountains there. The interesting thing is we didn't get any warning like terrain. That's strange. But now we can go to 7400. There we go. And we're gonna also select the approach. Speed check, flaps 1.
Terrain.
Ah, now it's sounding terrain.
Terrain.
Uki Sim, hello my friend, welcome aboard.
Terrain.
Speed check, flaps 2.
Terrain.
Well, it shouldn't be sounding terrain now.
Terrain.
Looks like we're a bit too
Terrain.
high. I'm going to go ahead and lower the landing gear.
Terrain.
Speed check, flaps 3. And here is our turn. We are at the center fix now for runway 29er left. Speed check and flaps full. Wow, look at this approach, guys. What a beautiful looking approach as we arrive into Shiraz. Still, by the way, can't see where the airport is. Oh, I see it. It's right ahead of us now. I can see it. We're looking good. Excellent. Alright, everything's looking good. Landing lights, actually, we should have turned those on. And, let's see. Fasten seat belts, speed check, everything here is set, no blues, always looking good. Alright, we're clear to land. Definitely the sunset is just beautiful. Alright, we are clear to land, ladies and gentlemen. Runway 29er left here at Shiraz. Beautiful sight here as we come into land. We'll disconnect the autopilot at about 1,000 feet. Right, I have the runway in sight. Close enough. My aircraft.
1,000.
Slight wind. Nothing too serious.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 10.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shiraz International Airport. I don't think we even need the reversers. But here we go. I love the sounds of this sound pack. I just think it's really, really nice. And yeah, welcome. I think you can get a better look here now at the panel work for the Toliss. Nice panel work, not bad, really. When you see the sun, you know, the shadows being casted here on the cockpit, I think it doesn't look that bad. Yeah. It's going to start the APU. I think that's the main terminal at Shiraz. Hey, Amari, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Again, this is what I was talking about, Leaf. If you look at the airport, this is the default airport of Shiraz, and the graphic assets are actually very well done for default aircraft. For a default airport, it actually looks very good, very believable. And yeah, I mean, there isn't any airport that you go to in X-Plane 12 that looks bad. They all look very good, and from a structural point of view, they actually match the real world structures. So not how the structure looks in real life, but the layout of the airports in X-Plane 12 matches what you'd see in real life. A good example of that, one of the really well-made airports, is if you go to, for example, Munich Airport, Dublin, Innsbruck, London Heathrow. Those are really very, very well done airports, and they're default, so you don't really need to, you know, buy any additional add-ons. All right. right, here we go. Let's make a turn here into the main building area, and it looks like there's some. It looks like which airline is that? Iran Air. All right. Hopefully now when we do the replay, the sim won't crash because it has a tendency to do that with this aircraft, and I'm not sure why, but we're going to attempt it anyways. All right, if it crashes, I'll just bring it back and we'll put it at the airport. But here's a look at the aircraft, and of course we can turn off all the lights after we come back from the replay. All right, let's attempt the replay. So we're gonna go here. Let's see. So far, so good. All right, let's play it. Excellent.
500.
Woo, look at that, folks. Here is a tower view. Just look at that. Wow, that looks beautiful. That looks amazing. You gotta love it. Ooh, nice. Very nice indeed. Nice wing flex as well. All right, let's go to replay here again. And this time, maybe we'll do like some wing views and things like that. Where is it? There we go. All right, here we go. Here's a wing view. It is definitely very majestic. I do agree there with you. Again, look at that. Old default. By the way, this is old default scenery, so I'm not using any add-ons for scenery here at Shiraz. Wow, lovely. You know what, guys? We have got to do it one more time. All right, let's see here. Here, let's do this view this time. Just look at that. Look at how beautiful this aircraft is. And the replay system in X-Plane is just second to none. Look at that beautiful sight of the A340. Wow. Woo, beautiful. Well, folks, this is pretty much it for this evening stream, members only stream for you guys. I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed streaming it for you. And of course, if you have any questions, as usual, please do post them in the comment section. I really want to thank you guys very much for being here this evening. And if you're interested in the livery, Duncan, you can always type !livery, and you should be able to get a link to it directly on the X-Plane.org forums to download it if you like it. And yeah, it's been real fun, and I definitely enjoyed it. It's much more relaxing when you have only your members with you. You don't worry about anything. But of course, for the live streams, I've got the excellent help of the channel moderators who continue to keep the chat in check. But this has been really fun, and as you guys have requested, the next time we're going to do the members only stream, it's going to be our group flight, and that should be probably in 2 weeks time or so. We should be able to to do that. So guys, I want to thank you again. It looks like, by the way, Streamlabs OBS isn't working today. Let me see here real quick, because I think even the timers today did not work. Maybe because I'll tell you why. Because on a members only stream, Nightbot isn't a member of the it isn't a member of the channel. It's just a moderator, so I think it cannot post anything. I think for those reasons you're unable to get the command. But I'll tell you what, here's what I'm going to do for those of you who wants the livery. Let me just go real quick to Nightbot, and I'm just going to give you guys the livery here. So if you're interested in this, it's a beautiful livery of Emirates. Let's see here. This is the livery. Yeah. All right. Copy. And there you go, guys. Here's the livery. Just click that and you'll be able to download the livery of this Emirates flight today. Of this Emirates livery, beg your pardon. I think it's really nice. Very, very majestic looking. And yeah, just look at all these beautiful trees and the nice buildings at the airport. That looks pretty good. It's decent. It's not, it's not Microsoft Flight Simulator without a doubt, but I think it's pretty decent. Well, folks, time for me to hit the sack. I hope that you are enjoying your day or evening wherever you are in the world. Once again, thank you very much for being with me here this evening. It's been a lot of fun, and I will see you guys, I guess, very soon. So until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, and bye-bye for now.